Here's a character that I liked in the beginning, and then as he progressed on the show, I fucking hated him, and I wished he would go to the trash, where he fucking belonged. So this is a character opinion video for Steve slash Jimmy slash all of his, I think his other alter name was Jack and something else, on Shameless. So, Jimmy Steve. He starts out as Steve, and he meets Fiona in a bar. He saves her from some dude, or not really saves her, but like goes after some dude who stole her purse, and that's how their connection begins. She takes him home, patches him up. Her and V take him home, but she patches him up, and then they fuck. And then Frank cock blocks, and it's a whole journey. But he instantly like falls in love. Like he's love at first sight, dumbstruck. She of course doesn't believe it because she has trust issues, and I fully fucking understand that. Oh, excuse me. I fully fucking understand that at this point. You could play a drinking game to the amount of times I say fuck, and you would get wasted. But anyway, back to Jimmy Steve. Instantly falls in love. Fiona doesn't trust it, but then she does eventually end up giving in and loving this man. Or dating this man. Then he sends Frank to Canada, which I think is hilarious, and she gets mad about it. So he spends time trying to win her back, which he does, and in the process she sleeps with other people. But he probably does too, they just don't mention them. But anyway, long story short, they do get back together. No harm, no foul, right? Until we start to realize that Jimmy Steve is not who he says he is, and he has people texting his phone who turns out to be his secret girlfriend and his whole secret family, and his real name is Jimmy, and was becoming a doctor, and Sir, I'm gonna need you to get one life and stick to it. But anyway, and we also find out that his dad is sleeping with Ian. So then we get to this point where he has to take off because of the cop that Fiona ended up sleeping with at one point, who's been in love with Fiona for years. It was weird. He was stalkery and gross. But anyway, he threatens Jimmy Steve and is like, yo, I know your secrets, dip. Fiona has the opportunity to go with him, but does not. He comes back a while later where he's married to a woman, I want to say, I don't know what her nationality is. I can't remember. But she can't speak English, and that's fine. But it's not fine for him because how the fuck you not understand your wife? Anyway, his wife is sleeping with someone else, and he's trying to sleep with Fiona, but Fiona is dating like other people and dating around other people. I don't know. Aggressive. But then again, he is playing this back and forth role. He gets into a feel with Fiona, and he's keeping secrets from her because he has this whole other wife that he can't tell her shit about. And he can't tell her how he got involved. So then, after he's living hunky-dory life with Fiona and, like, raising these kids that she now has custody of, he ends up getting snatched. Well, he says he's going to go to med school, but he straight up planned on leaving the kids and the family. Like, he was out before he got kidnapped. We're left to believe that he got killed on a boat. Come to find out, his ass never got killed. He's been on a boat, but it was like as slave trade or something. I don't remember the whole technicalities. But, then he comes back as Jack. And she turns him away and sends him away. But that's not the point. His character got so boring. They should have just let him die on the boat. Honestly, because all he did at that point was come back to stir chaos. They should have just let him die on the boat. I feel like that would have been better. That's just my opinion. What are your thoughts on Jimmy, Steve, Jack? Please comment, like, subscribe, and let me know what you think.